Man, this banner.
Gotta catch 'em all.
What's good? It's your boy Rico back. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemonduel. And man, there is so much to discuss regarding this banner. Now, if you saw my pulls from my live stream, we pulled a lot of good stuff. We did not get the Frostlass, we did not get the Mega Glalie, and we did not get the Drampa. But we did get the Regigigas. We did get the Regice, or Regice, and then we got the Mega Rayquaza. And I told you guys that I want to run the Regi deck before I dive into the Dragon deck, because everybody's running the Dragon deck, and I want to show off the Regi deck. Now, before we even get into that, I want to kind of give you my opinions on the new figures and the banner and the plates and all of that. And it's not going to take too long, because you guys pretty much already know everything, and it'll be really, really, really quick, I promise. But before we do that, I do want to show you guys some information, okay? And this is what's coming up for us. We are going to be having the in the gym, the Dragon Gym, we will be having Dragonair and Dragonite as our rewards. I wish it was regular Ray, but I pulled the regular Ray, so we're good there. And then I also wanted to show you guys, we are going to be getting the Queen's Cup. It looks like the Queen's Cup is going to be from July 12th to the 17th, and we will be getting the Alolan Vulpix and the Alolan Ninetales. So we have something to look forward to in a couple weeks. This is actually coming from the Pokemon website itself. All right, now with all of that information, let's jump into today's video. We got this booster that I had no idea we can even get this booster. I don't even know what it is. I haven't even looked at my messages while I checked them off, but I haven't really actually dissected them. So let's talk about these figures, and then I want to show you guys an awesome match featuring Regigigas, aka King Luigi. All right, boosters. All right, let's talk about these figures really, really, really fast. Mega Rayquaza, he's a beast. He hits for what, 150? With all the buffs, he's hitting for like 200 plus, right? And his ability basically is your entire team turns into the beatdown, because you're going to be running a Dragon deck, okay? Mega Glalie, I don't know how I feel about this. What I do like about the ice figures is the ice shard, because what's the real winner from this banner is the Dragon Sphere. And I like the fact that they put ice figures that have the ice shard, which what it does is opposing Pokemon within 2 steps of this Pokemon spin. If the result is anything other than a blue attack, the effects of the sphere plates used on those Pokemon are nullified. Think about it. Flame Sphere, Dragon Sphere, those figures, they don't have that much blue, so they're definitely going to have the sphere negated. So you either are Blizzard hits for 130 pretty high, or actually hits for 150 because he buffs himself. 160 actually, right? Because he evolves too. But you're either KO'd, you're frozen, and then you have the Ice Shard, which if you're frozen, you are excluded. Or if you're not, then you are just knocked out. Regigigas, I have no complaints. I love this figure. I love the fact that it gets plus MP depending on the other species of Regis on the board. I love the attacks. I love the Multi-Blast 150. That's what's missing on the other Regis. So basically in my deck, you're going to have all the other Regis try and use their abilities, and then you're going to have Regigigas kind of go through and just kind of KO everything off the board, kind of like a better Earthquake. That's how I feel about it. Ability is amazing because you can safely attack. You can safely attack into pretty much everything, unless it's like some sort of purple that status conditions, which it only takes away the revenge, which is not, the miss is not that bad. So a hammer, and then he's got the hammer, which is the cheese. It's kind of like the drill run, which just replaces the spot. And the like I said, the multi-plus 150, and the revenge plus 20 with everybody in the PC. Regi Ice, I didn't know how I felt about him not having a purple, but I actually think it's more viable without the purple, because you don't die to gold. So you either get frozen, hammer arm, and the multi-blast. Drampa, now this figure is very, very interesting. It has a Dragon Pulse. It does 200 damage if you're attacking other dragons. He's got the pusher side, just like the Dratini. It just pushes to the bench, and the outrage 160. If he is confused, he gets 3 MP. But the real takeaway from Drampa here is, I don't think if there's Pokemon in the Ultra Space, it replaces. I don't remember what exactly the hype was regarding Drampa. I mean, the hype really is the Dragon Sphere. If I'm missing something with Drampa, please let me know in the comments below, because all he can do is basically move through figures. He's going to be basically 2 MP. He's got pusher side and he's got a high attack. So, I don't know. Glalie, I don't really like Glalie. His will is just, there's too much going on here. The Ice Shard, which I told you guys, I like. The Diamond Dust, which is, you know, it freezes you. And then we have the Freeze Dry, which deals plus 50 damage if you are a Watermon. However, if there are opposing Pokemon adjacent to the battle opponent, they have to spin. If they spin blue, they become frozen, which is, these two are good. I would prefer not necessarily having the Diamond Dust. Like, I don't know. I Freeze Dry, I think, needs to be bigger. And Ice Shard too. Like, so I don't know. I don't know necessarily how I feel about it, but Frostlass, man, I love this figure. And I want to talk about this figure because you guys know in my videos I was so excited to have this figure. However, I think they missed something. I wanted Frostlass and Glalie. Honestly, I wanted them to be EX figures. I wanted Frostlass to be 3MP, man. I think that's what's missing out of Ice Decks. We don't have a good runner. We don't have a good runner, and Frostlass could have been that good runner. I was predicting 3MP, being able to move through figures. Unfortunately, it's 2MP. I love the will. The miss is too big, but I love the will. You're either getting frozen or you're getting KO'd. Destiny Bond KOs you, although you get KO'd. Diamond does freezes you, and same with Blizzard. And he has the amazing ability. This Pokemon MP through. If the MP moves through opposing Pokemon that are frozen, those Pokemon move to your PC. I've seen so many good games utilizing Frostlass. Man, I'm really upset that I did not pull Frostlass. What did Glalie? Did he have an ability? Oh, he's got the inner focus, right? Yeah, he can't have weight on the field. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's all. And then we got the Alolan Vulpix, which I've seen some sweet cheese with a Alolan Vulpix, so I cannot wait to see what Alolan Ninetales can do. All right, enough of that. I told you guys it's gonna be quick. Let's open up this booster because I don't know what you can get out of it. I'm assuming it's like an ice figure or a dragon or ice figure. That's what I'm assuming. Like I said, I haven't actually read it. There's a dragon. There's another dragon. So I can confirm that it is definitely dragon and possibly an ice figure. All right. So without further ado, let's jump into this match. And look at this Frostlass decks. I need a Frostlass. I have 9K mats. I need to mat something. So I need your guys' help in the comments below. What am I matting? Are we matting Drampa? Are we matting Frostlass? Or are we matting the Mega Glalie, which I don't think I really want to do. But just please let me know in the comments what you guys think we should mat. So let me put this dual ID in, and then we will jump in to this match. All right, guys, we are back. And like I said, we're actually, well, what my deck is called. I don't really have a name for it. We just call it King Luigi's Playhouse, okay? So we're going to kind of go play by play, okay? So I'm just going to explain my deck real quick. I got all the Regis. I got the Shaman to kind of reduce the slow start on the Regigigas. And then the Coco, because Coco blocks Coco. And if I hit the melee, I'm going to have a 3 MP Regigigas going through figures, and I think it would cause havoc. I'll give you my opinions on this deck after this match. So the reason why I counter with the Registeels is because I do have the lock on gold, and Mew has a large gold. But then my opponent makes a brilliant play, and he pulls out his Sableye. So here I had a couple options. I could move up with the Registeel, but I didn't want to risk Mew attacking into me and somehow getting the Thunder Wave. I know I could have easily attacked this Mew with my Coco, but I don't. The matchup between Coco and Sableye, it's kind of neutral, and I didn't necessarily want to do that because what I really want to do is I want to show off how this deck works. I want to lock on everything with all my Regis and then just have Regigigas in the back or coming in the front after he gets the lock on everybody or the Regis, and then just cause havoc and have everything disappear. So that was the goal. So I counter there. I'm gonna take the entry point. I attack here. Yeah, I attack here. Why not? So now the opponent has to cover up, and I'm off to a good start. So now I can bring on the Shaman the following turn, and then we can bring on that Regigigas, and he's not gonna have 1 MP. He's gonna have 2 MP. But we are going to we're gonna pause right here. the reason I put Regigigas here, now I wanted to do Regigigas because Regigigas has the lock on purple. However, if I did that, the opponent most definitely would have DC'd with the Combuskin and probably would have got the Cyclone Kick. So the reason why I countered with Regigigas is because he cannot move me with the Cyclone Kick. And I have Regirock here because the remaining figures he has on that right side, all heavy blue figures. So he brings up the Pheromosa, and I'm going to do the lock on blue, and he lands the blue. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. Moves on, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to move up. He's going to come down. So I think I DC here. Yeah, I DC here with my Regigigas, and I'm like, we're going to get a double KO right here. We're going to land the Multi-Blast. Hit the hammer. I'm like, nope, not good enough. I want to respin. I do not want to claim this spot. I want to get the Multi-Blast. I want to get the Multi-Kill. And that's exactly what we do. We get a double kill here. Not only is Combuskin gone, but so is Pheromosa. And he can't attack me. He can't bring me to the Ultra Space because of my ability. So now that I have the Regirock on here, I'm going to lock on again because he's got two figures right here. Two figures that have blue. Boom! Mew hits the blue. Luckily, Mew hits the blue. But unfortunately for us, that the Celesteela doesn't hit the blue. And I'm like, okay, that's upsetting. He decides to go for a Rocket Ride. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. We can definitely just Gold Block. And the best one to Gold Block with is the Regi Ice, I believe. Yeah, because I have all white. All counters Mew. Or all beats Mew, I guess you could say. But he brings that Pheromosa back on the board. And I'm just going to move over. Oh, I make a huge mistake right here. I don't know why I just didn't do the lock on blue, but I make a huge mistake here. I retreated with my Registeel. All my opponent has to do is DC, get the call signal, and then rip to Registeel. But for some reason, my opponent does not see that, and he moves, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God. We're actually going to move forward now. He brings the Sableye, and I'm like, all right, now it's time to do the lock on blue. And look at that. He hits the dodge. I'm like, no way. No way. Then opponent makes an interesting play here, and he switches, but I'm just going to attack here, and I get the Multi-Blast, and not only is Pheromosa gone, but so is the Mew, and he doesn't, like this, it doesn't matter what he does here. I mean, well, I guess it does, because if he confuses me, I have that slight chance of missing, but now you know exactly what we're going to do. We are going to DC. We are going to go right after that Sceptile, and we're going to try and get some cheese here. We're going to try and get that hammer, and we're going to try and claim the spot. And that's exactly what happens. Unfortunately for my opponent, he lands the miss. I mean, feel bad. RIP, RIP this opponent. He probably, you know, just free-to-play player. These are the best figures he has, and I'm coming in like a whale, like a bully. But I wanted to show this match off to you guys because I wanted to show off the deck, the Regi deck. Now, let's take a look at that deck, and let's kind of analyze it. How well do you think it's going to be in the higher tiers in League? And my consensus is, even though I've only played, I think, 3 matches, I don't think it's gonna. It won't survive. It relies too much on the lock-ons and then Regigigas, and there's not much mobility between the Regis. You probably need to be rocking swap spots in this deck to set the matches up for the lock-on. But again, you can't use the switch or the swap with Regigigas, and it's like. It's a 2-turn move, man. It's like Solar Beam without the Sunny Day. It's like Skull Bash. It's like Razor Wind. Like, you have to take 1 turn, and then you have to hit the following turn. Now, out of the multiple matches that I've played, a lot of times lock-on didn't hit the rolls. You know, they didn't roll what they needed to roll. And like I said, it was hard to move these figures around because they don't have great mobility. They can't move through figures. So, I mean, it's a fun deck to use, especially when it actually works. But other than that, I don't think it's going to survive in. I don't think it's going to survive in higher leagues because everything is it's overridden with dragons, and I like that. I like the Dragon Sphere. I like how OP dragons are because that's how they were in the Game Boy games. Like, Lance is the last one in the Elite, well, except for Gary or whoever your rival is. But you think of these mythical dragon creatures that, like, they're like the best. They're OP. So I love how they are. I don't think anything should change where they are. but I also love how the ice have the ice shards. So I'm loving the direction this game is going. I am absolutely loving it. So please let me know, how do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about the dragon? How do you feel about the dragon sphere? How do you feel about the ice figures? But we're gonna cut it there. I have 2 days off, so we probably will be streaming later tonight or tomorrow, and definitely Thursday. So we're gonna cut it here, guys. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, peace.